This week, I'm taping my weekly message from the village at Blue Mountain. This week, we saw much more of Ontario open up with Peel region and the City of Toronto opening up, which means 4.5 million people will be going back to work. This also means that many of them may be coming up here. In Grey Bruce this week, we had 8 new cases, and there were 61 new cases in adjoining Simcoe, Muskoka. This tells us that COVID is still here, and we must continue to be vigilant. Based on our population, we are doing much better than some other areas of Canada. It is interesting to note that in terms of new cases per population, we are at exactly the same rate as Italy is today, based on their population. The point of this is that COVID is still here, and we must continue to be vigilant. If you look at places in the US that did not open up carefully, you will see that their number of cases has skyrocketed. And today, the United States has more cases than it ever had during the heart of the pandemic. I'm here today with Andrew Siegwart, President of the Village Association. To ensure safety, the village is opening up slowly, step by step, and responsibly. As we walk through the village, Andrew, can you tell us about some of the things that you've been doing to make sure you have a safe environment for your staff and customers, and what people that are visiting can expect to see in the village?
Thank you, Mayor Soever. Thank you for being here today to walk through some of the changes and adaptations we've made to ensure a safe experience for all of our guests. Everything from the proper use of PPE, proper protocols within retail stores, restaurants, and in hotel rooms. We've also made sure that the public environments are as safe as possible. We've used some creative marking approaches so that we can delineate two-way traffic throughout the village so people can safely navigate and maintain a safe physical distance. The same will be on all of our terraces. We have a lot of reduced capacity due to new guidelines, and so we're just making sure that we can space that out and ensure that everyone can have a great experience together. One of the things that visitors will see that's a little different this year is because of our reduced capacity, we really are encouraging our guests to plan ahead, call ahead, make a reservation, book online. You can book tickets online for most attractions and most experiences. Most restaurants take reservations. We are managing parking to ensure that we can stay on top of our capacity restrictions. So we just encourage people to plan ahead so that they can arrive safely and enjoy a great experience.
Thank you, Andrew. That's great. You've created a really safe environment for your guests here. What has been the response of the guests to these new rules?
You know, the guest response has been quite positive. People are feeling comfortable because they feel safe. And you know, when you have markings down and you have really good, simple signage, it lets people know that we're paying attention and that we are putting our efforts into safety. So we've been receiving very positive feedback from visitors. And you know, sometimes when you're in a new environment, sometimes you can be, you're catching the views, you're enjoying yourself, you might miss something. The other beauty of the safety protocols is that it encourages a little bit of a group correct. So sometimes you'll see the odd guest maybe miss a direction, but other visitors are observing that and asking people to follow the right rules. And what I'm seeing is a great community of helping each other to be as safe as possible. So that's been a really great outcome.
That's great. And how has business been so far, Andrew?
We have been officially, ever since the patios reopened a few weeks ago, is when we started to see a more steady return. It is a slow return, but it's one that I think is really good for us all because it's allowing us to ramp up slowly and put in practice all of the protocols we put in place. So, you know, we're nowhere near where we would normally be in terms of business volumes, and it's going to take us quite a while to get there. But I think what's great is that people are feeling really positive about returning to work. A lot of long-term employees are back. A lot of business owners are using this as an opportunity to test new ideas. So even though we might not be where we should be in terms of our economic output, we're certainly using this opportunity to innovate and explore new options. So it's all good.
Well, that's great to hear, Andrew. Perhaps we could, if you have time for lunch, we could support one of your businesses by having lunch on one of the patios.
That would be wonderful. Yeah, we'll show you how they do it.
Okay, let's go.
Great, let's do it.
To everyone watching, our local businesses need your support. As you can see, the village has done a great job in creating a safe space for its visitors. I encourage all of you to come out and see for yourself and to reward the village businesses for their commitment to safety by supporting them. Have a great week, everyone, and stay safe.